YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels back with some more sports content. Today's video is on all-time favorite athletes. Every sport, I got my favorite athletes, and our very own Danny Provolone was kind enough to give us his favorite athletes of all time. You can follow him at Danny F and Cheese, link in the description. You can follow our Twitter, Frogs_Angels, link in the description. We got NFL polls where you guys vote best at each position. Your guys' vote matters. It'll be involved in the upcoming position ranking videos, all positions being ranked. So before we get into this, our goal is 10K subscribers. So please click that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you already do, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you very much. But let's start with Danny Provolone's favorite athletes of all time in every sport. I mean, this guy's got some interesting ones, let me tell you. Starting at the top, NFL, Devin Hester, greatest returner of all time. NFL history. So, I mean, he's a Bears fan, so he chose Devin Hester. That one's not surprising. There's some more interesting ones. NBA, Kirk Heinrich. He says Kirk Heinrich is a pro's pro, so that's why he chose him. Obviously, he's a Bulls fan. He likes Heinrich. Consistent player. The top of the franchise in three-point percentage, three-pointers made. So, I could see it. You know, I would think there's other guys that are chosen more for Bulls fans, but okay. MLB, he's got two for us. Ichiro and Javier Baez. He's got a current Cubs player in there he wanted to throw in there. So, very interesting. He gave us two guys. So, if you have two in one of these, then go for it. Give us two, and you're in the comments. You got three. I don't care. There's no limit here. Here we're gonna start getting some interesting ones from Danny here. College football, Tyrann Mathieu. I'm surprised by that one. I guess it's not that out there, but college basketball, Isaiah Cannon. There's not too many people that have Isaiah Cannon as their favorite college basketball player of all time. So very, very interesting. And then NHL, he's got Wayne Gretzky / Paulina Gretzky. Now, Paulina Gretzky did not play hockey. And I have a quote from Danny here. It was too long to fit on the screen, so let me read it for you. Hockey would be Gretzky. Stats-wise, he is the most accomplished athlete in the history of sports. He leads in goals, assists, and he has double the assists than the person behind him in rankings. And his daughter is a smoke. So there you have it. So he went for the 2-for-1 on the NHL here. Soccer, Ronaldinho. I wonder if that has something to do with him marrying two women. I don't know, but obviously a legend. Golf, Daniel Lafferty, not a real golfer. Not a real golfer, but we'll allow it. We will allow it. And then wrestling, Undertaker, of course. I mean, who else? So there you have it. Now let's get on to my favorite players. Don't you forget, though, I want to see yours in the comments section. You don't have to do all these sports. I left out NHL and wrestling. I wasn't really a big fan of either. You know, NHL, very popular sport, and it's growing more and more popular. I never really got into hockey, unfortunately. So I left those out. But NFL, Adrian Peterson and Randy Moss. Obviously, I'm a Vikings fan, big Vikings fan. So if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably go Adrian Peterson. Just loved watching him. Just a freak of an athlete, freak of a running back. You know, I am a Vikings fan, so maybe it's some bias, but I would tell you that Peterson's the best running back of all time. Obviously, he didn't really win, but he was on some bad teams there with the Vikings for a while. It seemed like every time they had their offense going, their defense wasn't there. Every time they had their defense going, it was only Adrian Peterson on offense. So, but very fun to watch, freakish human being, so very exciting player. NBA, Derrick Rose. I'm a big Chicago Bulls fan, and I had to go Derrick Rose here. Could have went Michael Jordan, but I was pretty young watching. I remember watching Michael Jordan, but I was pretty young. Derrick Rose was an exciting point guard to watch. Obviously, the youngest MVP. I wasn't really I was always interested in watching basketball, but when I was younger, watching Michael Jordan, that was pretty young. But even a little bit after that, I wasn't really that interested in playing basketball. But I think as I got older, and when Derrick Rose was playing for the Bulls, he kind of made me want to play. Like, just pick up basketball games. He made me want to play. I wanted to play like him. Explosive athlete, explosive to the rim. Very fun to watch. Unfortunate that he got hurt. You know, there's still Bulls fans out there that give him some shit because after he got hurt, didn't really want to play. Didn't really have the heart anymore. So, I mean, that was unfortunate, but I love Derrick Rose, so I think everyone needs to calm down and all the bashing of Derrick Rose around Chicago. MLB, I don't really have a favorite MLB player of all time. There's a kind of a lot of them. I chose Dexter Fowler. I thought was a very consistent player for the Cubs. Obviously played for the Cardinals now. I'm a fan of the leadoff hitters. Very good center fielder as well. Big reason why they won the World Series, and it was sad to see him go. So I went with Dexter Fowler. I could have went with a number of guys. College football, 2 Notre Damers, Harrison Smith and Will Fuller. Big Notre Dame fan. Harrison Smith ended up going to my NFL team, so that was nice. But I played defensive back, so that's why I recognized Harrison Smith's talents pretty early, and I watched every Notre Dame game. Will Fuller was a very exciting player to watch. So much speed, just so dangerous for other teams. That would be the best way to explain it. So maybe viewed as undersized too, and his ability for big plays, game-changing plays, was just so fun to watch. So got 2 Notre Dame football players there. College basketball, one with Kemba Walker. I try not to be a huge college basketball fan for a specific team, because that kind of ruins the whole tournament, maybe the greatest tournament in sports. So, but I remember Kemba Walker. I was a big believer in him and UConn. I remember I picked them to win, and I knew I was going to pick him to win during the season. He had the nastiest step back I ever seen in college basketball. So very fun to watch. I was a big believer at the time, still am. So one with Kemba Walker there. Soccer. Never was a big soccer fan. Then all of a sudden, maybe last World Cup 2014, I just got really into it. It's up there. I would say NFL is obviously my favorite league, favorite sports, football, and then it's between basketball and soccer now. Soccer's actually come up that high for me. So I'm not a fan of any of the legends because I didn't watch it that much back then. But Paul Pogba and Buffon, Gigi Buffon. I'm a big Juventus fan, so Pogba now in Manchester United. I kind of am a fan of them too because Pogba went there. But Buffon, from what I've seen, the best goalie of all time. Probably not actually the best goalie of all time, though. But he's definitely up there. And just a likable guy. And then when he snapped in this most recent Champions League tourney, it was pretty funny. So Pogba, obviously a likable guy too. Very fun to watch. So I got 2 guys up there. And then golf, Sergio Garcia. I don't watch a lot of golf. I'll watch the Masters every year. I play some golf, though. It's pretty fun. Just not that fun to watch for me. But Sergio Garcia is a funny guy. I think he's just a funny guy, so that's why I put him up here. So there's mine and Danny Provolone's favorite athletes of all time. Let me know your guys' favorite athletes of all time. Any sport you want to put up there. If you want to put multiple players, I'm fine with that. I want to see if any match up. Pretty interesting to see. Don't forget to follow our Twitter, frogs_angels. We got NFL polls on there. You guys will be involved in the revealing of those in the video. Don't forget to follow Danny too. Links are all in the description. And our goal, 10K subscribers. So if you can help us get there, that'd be much appreciated. But that'll do it for this one. Goodbye.